Hello guys, Joste here. So on my recent trip to CES in Las Vegas, I went to visit Nakamichi. They invited me to check out their new Dragon series soundbar, and it was a beast. Just an absolute beast. Now, if you guys been following my channel, I have Nakamichi soundbars. I have reviewed two of their different systems, the Shockwafe 7.2.4, the previous model, and then the newest model, which is the one that I have, and I love it. The sound is clear, clean, they're loud. They come with dual subwoofers, and they support Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision pass-through. I mean, I love the soundbars. They're excellent. They sound great, and they work with every TV brand that I use, even my projector. So, of course, I was interested in going to take a look at the new Dragon series, which for Nakamichi Dragon series is like a signature series for LG. You know, it's like the top of the line right there. So I remember entering the room that they had, and there was a presentation of the history of Dragon and Nakamichi. And then after that, they gave us like a test drive. They showed us some movies and some music, and I was mesmerized. First of all, this soundbar, or Nakamichi soundbars, are well known for having like very loud, very beautiful and crisp sound, and the Dragon Nakamichi was just above those bars. You know, it was loud, but what I liked about it was the sound was very clear, very crisp, very sharp. You can hear every little detail. There was a scene that they played a movie called Unbroken. I think it was called Unbroken. I've never seen this movie before. It was based on World War II, I believe. And there's a scene they're flying these airplanes and they're shooting other airplanes, and then you can hear those bullet drops. You can hear the airplanes flying over on top. It was just amazing, the sound. So for dialogue, for crisp, sharp sound, it was excellent. But I was also very intrigued by the surround sound effects. I mean, usually a soundbar with rear surround speakers, they sound okay, but this soundbar has 6 up-firing speakers, like 2 in the soundbar. 4 in the soundbar, and 1 on each rear surround speakers. But the one on the rear ones, they're totally adjustable. I've never seen this before. They have this design where you can adjust the rear firing speaker, so you can adjust it depending on the room that you have, so you have the best effect possible. And it was very clear. All those special effects, the sound, they were super clear when the airplanes were passing from front to rear, or vice versa, or explosions from one side to another one. It was just mesmerizing. I loved it. I mean, this soundbar has over like 3,000 watts of power, and you can feel that. On top of that, Nakamichi usually have a system where they include 2 rear subwoofers, which mine I haven't placed behind the seats of my small home theater here, because whenever there's explosions or something like action, it rumbles, and you can feel that vibration behind you. So it's more immersive in my experience. But now in the Dragon series, they're putting 2 subwoofers in each enclosure. So you're getting a total of 4 subs, because they're including 2 enclosures. So you have 4 subs. You can only imagine how that rumble feels. It's twice the power. It's just impressive. So yeah, I was mesmerized by this soundbar. I loved it. Now, my only concern about this soundbar was the size. I mean, I don't have any measurements right now, but what I remember, that the soundbar is huge. I mean, you need a huge base for this to fit perfectly. In my case, it's a little concern because I don't have the space, but nowadays people are buying these huge TVs. I mean, the normal TV now that I'm seeing people are buying is 75 inches and up. You know, I'm still stuck in 65 inches. To me, it's big enough. But right now, 75 inches, 83 inches, 85, even 90 inches or 98 inches, or in my case I have a 100-inch projector screen, but I don't have the space for the soundbar, you know. So I'm sticking with the older model. I'm super happy. Besides, for the size of the room that I have here, this is perfect. But if you have a big room or you have a big screen TV, you want a soundbar that it matches that size, because if you put a small soundbar, it looks kind of funny. You know, it actually looks funny. This Dragon soundbar is going to fit perfectly for those big size TVs. So yes, my experience on this was excellent, over the top, very loud. I remember the presentator, he was very funny. He was a very funny guy. He was a very cool guy. He actually asked us what sound, what level of power you want to hear it. And I went all the way to 80. I said, let's go to 80. And usually when you have this loud sound, you can hear distortion on the speakers. None of this case. It was clear, it was loud, it would rumble. It was a beautiful experience. So yeah, that's my experience with the Nakamichi Soundbar Dragon. It is expensive. It is expensive, $3,500, $3,500. But if you compare it to, for example, buying a receiver, you know, a good receiver, they cost about the same, you know. Plus you need to buy the speakers, the dual subs, and you have to run all those wires to that one system, you know. So you avoid having those extra items, those extra speakers, having to run the wires all the way to the front. You avoid having the big, you know, receiver, you know, finding the space for a receiver like that. Everything is just in one system: the soundbar, the rear subs, and the rear speakers. Well, one thing they also did change is that the rear surround speakers, they don't need to be connected to the subwoofers anymore. They're independent. They do need to connect to power. That is the only thing that you need to do, but everything is independent now. There's no wires or anything like that. So yeah, I was very surprised with this soundbar. I like it a lot. It was excellent. Price $3,500, but I think in my opinion it's totally worth it. I was looking at the Sennheiser Ambi. This is $2,500 soundbar, but it's just the soundbar. It's just the soundbar. There are no rear surround speakers. There are no subwoofers. Nothing. It's just a soundbar for $2,500. And with the Nakamichi, yes, you're paying $3,500, but you're getting the rear surround speakers and dual subs. Four subwoofers. So yeah, it's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if you want to take a look at my other reviews from Nakamichi soundbars, check out the video and the links in the description. I'm Joester, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Joester out!